All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, this isn't going to be the video I had originally planned on making. So, originally, I had the idea that I was going to do a technical video, a technical breakdown, go through a bunch of charts, and yeah, get really technical with everything. But then it sort of dawned on me that this content is everywhere, right? Technical content is just plastered over the internet. And I thought to myself, when I was learning, what is what were the things that actually gave me those clicks, those aha moments? And it was never the technical videos, right? I watched a ton of technical videos. And when you're early on in your career, when you're early on with trading, you always think that these technical videos have the answer. They have some secret information that you don't know, and that if you figure this out, then you're going to see some level of consistency, some level of profitability. And it was never the case for me. I never found the answers to my problems within technical breakdown videos. As much as I wanted it so bad. I really wanted to believe that more technical knowledge, that figuring something else out was the answer to my problems. It never was, and it never will be for you as well. The answer to your problems are not found within another concept, within another technical pattern, within another indicator, within another strategy. The answers that you are looking for are found within yourself, not externally within the charts. Now, whether that's from your belief system, your daily habits, the way that you view yourself, your general lifestyle, all of these things have an impact within your trading, have the biggest impact within your trading, right? We can there's a million ways to skin a cat, right? And so there's a million ways to trade the market and a million ways that actually work. Okay. So what you're looking for isn't a strategy. It shouldn't be a strategy. This is what I found within my trading, and when I really experienced those shifts, not just in my mental but my results as well. The shifts came when I realized that the problems were not external, they were internal. And the stories that I told myself, the belief systems that I held were the reason that I wasn't seeing anything marginal from trading. And so, whilst I can quite easily jump on here and do a technical breakdown, I don't want to be like, I don't want this content to get lost with everybody else, right? Because there's so many technicals and it's all just surface level stuff. It's very basic, and it never really puts you over the line. And so I want to create something that's semi-original and that actually has meaning behind it and that I myself have benefited from. And so I'm kind of just going off the cuff here. I don't really have a script or idea of where I want this video to go. But I want you to understand, at least from my perspective and my experience, and what helped me the most was the fact that the answer is within you. You already have everything you need now to succeed. It's just up here and in here, right? Everything you have worked towards now, externally, technical wise, in terms of trading, is there. You have everything you need. All you're missing is the discipline, the mindset, the patience. That is your last step, at least for the vast majority of people. Of course, there are beginners who you need to learn the technicals at the end of the day, right? So you do need to invariably go through that process. Excuse me, I'm a bit gassy from this monster. But you do invariably need to go through that process of learning the technicals. But what I've found and what I've seen because I've been trading for almost a decade now, and I've seen many, many people come and go. Many, many hundreds of people come and go. And the small handful, the small few that stood out and that made it through were never the ones that were preaching technicals, who were never obsessed with technicals, which, I mean, in the beginning, obviously we're all obsessed with technicals, but what got them through towards seeing any level of success was never their technical prowess, right? It was their mental discipline, their mental skill that they had built over time. This trader's mindset that they call it, that they built over time. So I want you to focus on this. Stop focusing on the next shiny ball. Stop focusing on the next technical concept, the next technical pattern. You don't need more technical information. You are bombarded on a daily basis with information overload. This information is not getting you anywhere. That's one thing you have to understand. You've probably gone through hundreds of videos and you're not seeing any results from those, right? And so the answer is not more information. It's more focused information, less quantity, right? And more quality information. And so focus on those small, dial in to a few small focused approaches and refine that. Build discipline, build the patience, build the ability to wait for those setups to occur, right? If you can build these habits, then you will start to see some marginal success. And so I'm kind of just spitballing here. And so I could have got lost in my train of thought here, but the real message that I want to get across to you is that all of the answers that you are looking for are already within yourself. Everything that you need to change, you already have. You already have everything in place to change your whole perspective and your whole results. So focus on becoming self-aware, journaling, and really understanding yourself as an individual, because those were the biggest moments that really pushed me to start seeing some results. Was the realization that this is the way I am, why am I the way that I am, right? And once you understand that, then you can start pushing forward. Then you can start reaching for those bigger and better results. So again, there is no conclusion for this video. Again, this was not the video that I wanted to make, but I think for the vast majority of people, this is the video that you need to hear and that you need to watch. Stop consuming technical content. Stop consuming all of this mental jargon, this information overload. Focus on a few key technical setups. Master them. Master your habits. Master your discipline. Master your patience. The ability to wait for your setups is probably one of the biggest skills that you will learn if you can cut out all the noise and focus on a few key individual setups. So that is my advice for you. That is going to be it for today's video. Comment down below if you took some value from this. Any questions, give me a shout. But without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.